figure out a way to know if it's working. You know?
Let's see if Janet can go on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, we're a little bit delayed with some rain to start tonight's game. We'll have all the action for you once we start here live from Devon Prep on DelcoLeague.com. One, two. All right, so what is... Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Devon Prep for tonight's Delco League showcase game between first place Narberth and second place Wayne. Wayne 7-1, that lone loss coming against Narberth earlier this season. Two of the titans of the Delco League the last couple years. I'm Joe Greenwich. I'll be joined a little later by my friend John Sager, maybe a couple other guests tonight. We'll go through the starting lineup real quick. First, the visitors from Narberth. Leading off is the shortstop, Vinny Vacone. Batting second will be center fielder Tyler Kehoe. First baseman, Jim White hits third. Hitting cleanup will be the designated hitter, Ben Newbert. Kevin McGowan plays second. He bats fifth. Tommy Toll, the third baseman, will hit sixth. Batting seventh, playing right field, is Ryan Guckin. Batting eighth, the catcher, Jim Quinn. And batting ninth, playing left field, is Cam Bartow. That is the Narberth lineup to face right-hander Jimmy Kingsbury, pitcher at Villanova, pitching for Wayne this season in the Delco League. Getting his warm-up tosses in. A little late getting on the air and on the field tonight, thanks to the brief downpour that came at just the right time to delay the preparation of the field and setting up our broadcast equipment. But we're here now, and we're glad you're joining us on a warm and humid evening on the outskirts of Delaware County. These two teams have met in two of the last four Delco League Championship Series. Each of them has been in three of the last four. Back in 2016, Narberth won its first title against Wayne. The Mudcats then lost the following year to Aston Valley. Before these two did it again in 2018, and Narberth won again. But last year, Wayne was able to get the title, beating Concord in 5 games. In fact, 3 of those 4 series, all the ones involving Wayne, have gone 5 games, so we've had some good ones. And Wayne will look to avenge their lone loss of the season, as Kingsbury has the game ball. We are ready to start. 6:03 first pitch, swung on and missed by Vinny Vacone, and we're underway. 0-1 the count. The 0-1, taken low, 1-1 the count. Narberth being managed tonight by Brian Megger. Steve DeBarberi will be along later. Longtime manager of the Mudcats. Brian Feely in charge of Wayne as usual. The 1-1 on the ground to first. It's scooped up, tossed back to Kingsbury, who gets a step in there just in time for out number 1. And that will bring up center fielder Tyler Kehoe. Kingsbury from the windup. First pitch swing is Kehoe. He gets a piece of it. Fouls it back off the netting. Great vantage point here. Devon Prep, a great place to watch a game. We got these stands right behind home plate, and we're in the front row here. Kingsbury winds. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Jim White waiting on deck. Kehoe bats from the left side against the right-hander Kingsbury. 1-1 pitch. I want to swung on and hit back up the middle, and Kehoe will trot down to first base. We had the first hit of the ball game. So that'll bring up Jim White. He'll bat with 1 out and a man on first. First pitch swinging again. That is fouled off back towards the entrance road to Devon Prep. All three batters here in the first inning. First pitch swinging against Kingsbury. From the stretch, the 0-1 is inside, 1-1 the count. DH Ben Newbert waits on deck, followed by second baseman Kevin McGowan. Kingsbury has a sign. Breaking ball well inside. He hits White in the back. So now we've got two aboard with one out, and that'll bring catcher Shane Muntz out to the mound for a brief chat with Kingsbury. First pitch from Kingsbury, Newbert swings, fouls it straight back out of play. Kingsbury's been ahead of the first four batters all in the same manner. First pitch swinging. A swing and a miss, a couple foul balls, and now a step off as Kehoe trots back to second. The 0-1. Breaking ball is high, 1-1. Just like every first pitch has been swung on, every second pitch has been ball one. So each of the four batters a 1-1 count. That one's inside, 2-1 now. Just misses down and away. The home crowd not happy with that call. 3-1 the count to Ben Newbert. Kevin McGowan, the on-deck hitter. Pitch on its way, swung on, hit down the right field line, but that'll get foul. So the count goes full to the designated hitter, Ben Newbert. Just joining us, no score, top half of the first inning. Narberth with 2 on and 1 out. And a full count to the batter. Now time called. Kingsbury eyes the runner, comes home with it, swung on, fouled off. So we'll do it again. Three-two pitch, popped sky high, foul. Out of play. Just felt the slightest indication of a breeze. Could just be from the cars passing by. But it would be welcome, whatever it is. 3-2 to Newbert. swung on and missed. He got a piece of it, but it's held on to by the catcher, Shane Munt. So Newbert is down on strikes for out number 2. So that'll bring up second baseman Kevin McGowan. First pitch upstairs, McGowan doesn't swing. One 0. Tap foul towards the third base dugout. Third base dugout, the home dugout here at Devon Prep. Wayne in their customary white pants, black pinstripes, black tops with white printing and trim. Narberth, white pants, white tops with blue sleeves, red logo and numbers. Two of the top clubs in the league getting together for the second time this season. This shortened season is the 1-1, framed nicely by Muntz. It's 1-2. First and second, 2 outs, 1-2 the count to Kevin McGowan. Should he get aboard, Tommy Toll waits on deck. Time called. One-two off-speed pitch misses low and away. So it brings the count level. Kingsbury set. 2-2 is low. So Kingsbury runs a full count on the second consecutive hitter. Throwing a lot of pitches out here in the first inning. It's a warm night, but also kind of uncomfortable. He's set. 3-2. Runners go. Chop towards second. Dan Williams waits for it. Throw over to first is in time, and that will retire the side. There are no runs on one hit. No errors. The Mudcats leave 2. We'll go to the home half of the first inning. It's Narberth 0. Wayne coming to bat. You're listening to tonight's Delco League showcase game between Narberth and Wayne on DelcoLeague.com. Home half of the first inning, Wayne getting their first cracks at Narberth pitcher Chris Clark. Take a quick spin through the Wayne lineup, leading off, as usual, the designated hitter Alden Mathis. Center fielder Chris Newell bats second. Ed Paparella bats third. He'll play right field. Catcher Shane Muntz bats fourth. In left field, it's Will Pfeiffer. He bats fifth. Dan Williams, second baseman. He'll bat sixth. Nate Sides plays shortstop, hitting seventh. Matt Briner, the first baseman, hits eighth. And Luke Mutt at third base will bat ninth. As I mentioned, they will face Narberth right-hander Chris Clark. Narberth got 2 aboard in the top half of the first. Couldn't get anybody home. Wayne gets their first crack right now. First pitch to Mathis is low. 1-0. To the 2019 Delco League Finals MVP. Bats from the left side. A 1-0. Low again, 2-0. Mathis got off to a great start in his freshman season at the University of Richmond, beating the Spiders in hitting before the season was unfortunately curtailed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and he's now ahead 3-0. Clark from the windup is 3-0. Taking all the way, Mathis draws a 4-pitch walk. And Wayne has the leadoff man aboard here in the first. So Chris Newell, another left-hander, will bat. Clark, the righty, from the stretch. First pitch swung on and missed. He checks the umpire to see if that was a strike. It would have been. Kind of thinking about whether he should have been taking a cut at that one after Clark walked the leadoff man on 4 pitches, but would have been strike one anyway. The 0-1 is down and in. That's where Clark has missed with at least 3 pitches now, so 1-1 the count. Swung on, chopped down the first baseline. It's going to be fielded just foul. First bounce came right on the chalk. Had some of that side spin on it. So Newell stays alive, 1-2 the count. That one's chopped. No, it's a line drive out to first. And Mathis is caught well off the bag. So that'll be an unassisted double play by Jim White. They don't come easier than that. The way the ball headed out there, thought maybe it hit off the ground first, but a humpback liner to White. Had a fair amount of backspin on it. So now quickly 2 away for Ed Paparella. First pitch to him is low in the dirt. Clark looks like throwing a slider. Can't quite command it, throw it for a strike just yet. One 0 is in for a called strike. Paparella gets aboard. Shane Muntz waits on deck. 1-1, this is low. Paparella ahead now 3-1. Clark winds the 3-1. Fouled back. A couple of baseballs up in the netting here behind home plate at Devon Prep. That one hit to the same area but did not join them. Clark has his sign. 3-2 pitch. Taken low and away. Ned Paparella is the second base runner of the inning, both coming via the walk. So to bring up Shane Muntz, the Wayne catcher. First pitch breaking ball. Clark gets that one in for a strike. Here, one misses low and away. Clark working from the stretch. Pitch swung on, hit sky high on the infield. White, the first baseman, tracks over. He'll make the catch, and he will retire all 3 outs himself. No runs, no hits. Wayne leaves 2. We go to the second. No score here from Devon Prep. You're listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the second inning. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Tommy Toll, misses low and away. It's a ball and no strikes. No score here between Narberth and Wayne. Toll swings and misses. 1-1 the count will be Toll, followed by Ryan Guckin and Jim Quinn. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Mudcats. Breaking ball misses outside. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Muntz closed his glove a little bit before the pitch all the way in, but nobody on base, nobody taking advantage. So 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed the off-speed pitch. Tommy Toll's retired for out number 1. Second strikeout of the night for Jimmy Kingsbury. First pitch to Ryan Guckin is in for a strike. Now 0-2 the count as Kingsbury quickly gets ahead. So 2 on its way. Inside 1-2. One-two pitch is taken outside. So level of 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Guckin. Kingsbury just misses the 2-2. So Guckin has worked the count full. Three-two pitch, swung on, hit back towards shortstop. 8 sides on top of it, throw to first in time, 2 away. Jim Quinn, Narberth catcher, steps in. First pitch swinging, chops it off home plate. Foul towards the Wayne dugout. Tries to hold up, can't quite do it. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 pitch, hit out towards shortstop sides, comes in on it. Can't quite get to it before it bounces, but he has enough time to make the play at first. A 1-2-3 inning. 1-2-3 inning for Jimmy Kingsbury. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. No score here from Devon Prep. Listening to Narberth versus Wayne here on DelcoLeague.com. Bottom half of the second inning. Will Pfeiffer leads it off for Wayne. First pitch from Chris Clark is way upstairs. 1-0 the count. It'll be Pfeiffer followed by Dan Williams and Nate Sides. 5, 6, 7 in the home team order. No score. Bottom half of the second inning. The wind and the pitch. Ball's inside. Fouled straight back. 2-1 the count. It'll be Pfeiffer followed by Dan Williams and Nate Sides, as we mentioned. 5, 6, 7 in the order. Pitch from Clark. Check swing, called strike. 2-2. On the ground to short. Fielded slickly by the shortstop, Vinny Vacone, over to first base in time for out number 1. A nice play by Vacone. One out for Dan Williams. Williams, a first ballot Delco League Hall of Famer whenever he eventually hangs them up. Swings at the first pitch. 0-1. Curveball in for a strike. So Clark ahead of Williams, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, hit in the air, out towards deep second base. Caught by McGowan for out number 2. First pitch to Nate Sides is in for a called strike. Now Clark quickly ahead, 0-2. Right-hander winds the 0-2 pitch. Sides fights it off. Back towards the road, right as somebody comes driving down. As someone who has lost a windshield to a baseball. Not fun. Hopefully everybody's all right. Time called is Clark did not make an offering. Now we're ready. The 0-2. Fouled off by Sides once again behind the first base dugout. Should he get aboard, first baseman Matt Briner waits on deck. Clark is set. The 0-2 to Sides. Hit out towards right field. It drops in for a base hit. First hit of the game for the home team. So that will bring up Matt Briner. Throw over to first. Sides, dives back in. Clark misses outside with his first pitch to Briner, 1-0 the count. Third baseman Luke Mutz waits on deck. Pitch low and away. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, and Sides will be in standing at second base. So 3-0 the count to Briner, the man in scoring position with 2 outs. Pitch is on its way upstairs, and Briner draws a walk, third of the game issued by Clark. So first and second, 2 outs for Luke Mutz. First pitch to him in for a strike. Mutz, one of 6 players who played for Wayne in last year's championship, in the starting lineup tonight. And he now falls behind 0-2 as Clark hits the outside part of the plate. In addition, Nate Sides, the runner at second base, played in that championship series, but he played for Concord last season. So a lot of consistency from year to year for Wayne as Mutz fouls off the 0-2. He stays alive. Clark has his sign. Set at the belt, kicks and delivers, swung on and missed. So he escapes from a mini jam with his first strikeout of the evening, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 left. We're through 2 full here in Devon. No score. Listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Top of the third inning, left fielder Cam Bartow leads it off. Then back to the top of the order, Vinny Vacone and Tyler Kehoe. No score as Jimmy Kingsbury kicks off his third inning of work with a called strike. Bartow fouls off the 0-1 and Kingsbury quickly ahead 0-2. Thank you for tuning in tonight as we bring you some live baseball action. The 0-2 misses wide tonight. Opening night for Major League Baseball, the Yankees and Nationals scheduled to take the field in about 15 minutes in Washington. A called third strike. Cam Bartow goes down looking. Third punch out of the game for Kingsbury. One away. With the local 9, Philadelphia Phillies open against the Miami Marlins tomorrow night in Philadelphia. First pitch to Vinny Vacone, swung on and missed at the breaking ball. Vacone swinging first pitch again. Yeah, I think Kingsbury might have had an idea. The 0-1 misses inside. Fouled off, 1-2. Right-hander Zach Rice getting loose, not throwing just yet for Wayne. Doing some pre-warm-up exercises. The 1-2 fouled off down the right field line. That'll get out of play. So 1-2 the count to Vinny Vacone. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. Tyler Kehoe waits on deck. Two-two pitch is low, 3-2 the count. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. That one is hit on the ground, deep in the hole at shortstop. Sides can't get there. And that will squirt into left field. A one-out single for Vinny Vacone. So I'll bring up Tyler Kehoe, 1 for 1 on the day. Kingsbury looking in for a sign. He eyes the runner at first. Vinny Vacone takes a secondary lead, comes home. Pitch misses wide, 1-0.
Hey, Jimmy, come on out. Hey, 2-6, here we go, kid.
Oh. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 now to Tyler Kehoe. No score here in the third inning. Narberth with a man aboard, 1 out. .20 swung on and fouled off of the helmet of Shane Muntz. So home plate umpire will go walk the ball out to Kingsbury, give Muntz a second to shake off the sting. But he looks like he's good to go. Sign, runner goes. Pitch misses outside. Throw down to second. Not in time. Vacone swipes the base. And now he's in scoring position. With one out.
Okay, that's a good pitch, kid. Another boy, here we go.
3-1 the count to the batter. Prime opportunity for the Mudcats here in the third inning. Pitch on its way, fouled off. As Zach Rice starts to warm up in earnest now. 3-2 from Kingsbury. Hit out towards second base. Runner stays at second. Williams throw to first. Little offline. But Briner plenty of time to catch it. And we've got two away. So may have heard Vacone clap his hands in frustration. He easily could have been at third base. Rule of thumb, generally the ball's hit behind you, you go. When it's hit in front of you, you stay. And Vacone stayed, and he remains at second base as Jim White takes a pitch that just misses for ball one. 1-0, hit back towards short. Side smothers it. Throw to first is in time. That will retire the side. No runs, the one hit. No errors. The Mudcats leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still no score here from Devon Prep. You're listening to the Delco League Showcase live on DelcoLeague.com. Top of the order due up for Wayne here in the home half of the third inning. No score between Wayne and Narberth. Top two teams in the Delco League this season. Top two teams over the last bunch of seasons, really. First pitch from Chris Clark misses high. Alden Mathis walked his first time up on 4 pitches. Now he's had 2-0 in his second plate appearance. Now the count rides at 3-0. Clark winds. That's low. Another 4-pitch walk to start an inning for Alden Mathis. Chris Newell lined into a double play his first time up. Takes the first pitch on the outer half. Briefly alluded to the shortened season, teams playing 16 games instead of the customary 32. And then everyone will make the playoffs. It'll be an 8-team party. Up and away. 1-1 the count. A 3-game, best of 3 rather, quarterfinal. And a best of 3 semifinals before the standard best of 5 finals, hoping to end the season around the same time as usual. Newell hits that one deep to right field. Way back. That one is gone. A 2-run home run for Chris Newell. And we finally have some runs on the board. Wayne leads it 2-0 here in the third. That was a moonshot. Deep off the bat. Out to right center. So a 2-0 lead for the home team. Nobody out here in the third. Ed Paparella steps in. He drew a walk his first time up. He takes ball 1. Well, he asked the question, how do you make up for hitting into a double play your first time up? Well, you hit a 2-run home run your second time up. Paparella swings, skies that one into foul ground, and it'll get out of play. So 1-1 the count to Paparella while Shane Muntz waits on deck. Clark winds the 1-1, swung on and missed. It's some off-speed stuff. Ball and 2 strikes, the count to Paparella. That one's in the dirt, down and away. Two pitch, swung on and missed. So Clark bounces back from the home run ball and strikes out Paparella for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Chris Clark. So Shane Muntz steps in. He popped out his first time up. Wayne has drawn first blood, lead 2-0 here in the third on a home run by Chris Newell. Clark offers the Muntz. He hits that one a long way out to right center. That one is deep. The right fielder, Guckin, just looks up and watches that one go. Another home run for Wayne. It's 3-0. That will bring up Will Pfeiffer 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to him, swung on and missed at the fastball. Low in the dirt, 1-1 the count. One pitch is inside, 2-1 the count. Dan Williams waits on deck. One's hit on a line out towards left center. That one's going to get down and go all the way to the fence. Pfeiffer stumbles around first base, but he will trot into second with a stand-up double. Probably couldn't have gotten more out of it, but certainly not the way you want to see. Now they're going to throw over to first on an appeal, and he is out. I didn't want to say anything. It looked like he stumbled over the base and not on it. So he will go out 3 unassisted on appeal. No argument, he knew it too. Had plenty of time to go back and tap the bag, but he kind of continued on his way, so he is the second out of the inning. It was an interesting 3 unassisted for Pfeiffer. First pitch to Williams, taken for a strike. The 0-1 in the dirt. Count even at a ball and a strike. Williams 0 for 1 on the day. Nate Sides waits on deck. Williams swings and misses at a fastball. Clark ahead in the count. The 1-2 is upstairs, 2-2 the count. To the veteran. Pitch on its way. Good pitch spoiled by Williams. Fouls it off. Breaking ball. Slips out of his hand over the head of Williams. Count fills up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch misses. Second walk of the inning. 5th of the night. Issued by Chris Clark. So Nate Side steps in, 1 for 1. He singled and stole a base. Back in the second inning. That one is fouled off out of play. Sides pokes that one out towards left center. That one's going to drop, go all the way to the fence. He makes sure to touch first base. He'll be in with a double. Williams holds up at third. A 2-out double for Nate Sides. He's halfway to the cycle. And Wayne has runners at second and third, and Matt Briner has a chance to blow this one open. Home side already with 3 across here in the third. Briner drew a walk his first time up. First pitch to him in for a called strike. He takes ball one, up and away. Reiner hits that one out to left center, kind of in no man's land, but coming in is the left fielder, Cam Bartow. He makes the catch, saves a couple of runs, but 3 runs on 3 hits rather. No errors. Wayne leaves 2. We're through 3 full. Home team takes a 3-0 lead. You're listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Hey, Brian. Nick mentioned to you guys about trying to do an interview or something. Do you want to do it when your team's in the field or when you're batting?
When we're in the field.
Okay. Do 5th inning then?
That's fine.
Awesome. New pitcher on the mound for Wayne here as we kick off the 4th inning. It's right-hander Zach Rice. And he will inherit a 3-0 lead. And he'll face the heart of the Narberth order, Ben Newbert, Kevin McGowan, and Tommy Toll, 4, 5, 6. Due up. First pitch to Newbert. In for a called strike. Nothing in 2 now to count. Rice working efficiently. Oh, 2 on its way. And Newbert tries to get out of the way, check his swing. Looks like the ball may have hit the bat and his fingers. They're going to go up the first base line. They're calling it a foul ball or a hit by pitch. Looks like they're going to give him the hit by pitch. Say he did not swing, so Newbert aboard to start off the 4th. Kevin McGowan, 0 for 1 on the day. Swings the first pitch, fouls it back. Out of play. Towards the street. The 0-1 inside. Swung on and missed. Ball and 2 strikes to count. On its way in the dirt, smothered by Muntz. Keeps the runner at first. That one's high, and then Muntz loses it, but the runner was already headed back toward first. Another pitch is high, so McGowan draws a walk. And now the visitors are in business with 2 on and nobody out for Tommy Toll. Toll 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the evening. First pitch to him, squares the bunt. Pitches up and in, he spins it back around. Makes ball 1. The 1-0 is high. Muntz can't corral it, but again, the runners don't advance. Now Brian Feely will call time and go have a chat with his relief pitcher. So 2 balls and no strikes to count to Tommy Toll. Kevin McGowan at first. Ben Newbert at second. Top half of the 4th inning. And I must say the clouds that are lingering have taken away some of the daylight that we normally still have around this time. It's always a consideration. Two-0 pitch. It is upstairs, 3-0 now the count to Toll. Ryan Guckin waiting on deck. Must be salivating at the opportunity to get up to the plate with the bases loaded, and he'll have that opportunity as a walk. We'll load the bases, so a hit batter and 2 walks for Rice here in the 4th. He came in, pumped 2 quick strikes past Newbert. May or may not have had a foul ball, but hits Newbert on the fingers. So now Feely's going to come out, and that might be it for Rice. As there is activity in the bullpen, and we're going to have a pitching change. It's going to be right-hander Ashton Raines will come in, try to minimize the damage. We'll be right back here on DelcoLeague.com. Ashton Rains on the mound for Wayne, and he inherits the most unenviable situation imaginable for a relief pitcher. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 4th inning, Ryan Guckin to the plate. Guckin 0 for 1. Rains just going to try to minimize the damage here. First pitch from the sidearmer in for a called strike. Jim Quinn waits on deck. Cam Bartow after him. Ben Newbert started the inning, hit by a pitch, then walks to Kevin McGowan and Tommy Toll have put us where we are now. The 0-1 swung on, hit down the line, but that's foul out of play. So Rains ahead in the count, 0-2. The wind, the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed at the off-speed pitch. So Rains comes on and gets the first out. That'll bring up Jim Quinn. Quinn 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to him, swings, fouls it back. Bases loaded, so Rains works from the windup, the 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Muntz. Wayne on top 3-0, but Narberth threatening with 1 out and bases loaded here in the 4th. Rains kicks and delivers. That one misses well wide. The backstop not very far from home plate. Muntz didn't even have to move. It came right back to him. Not a lot of foul ground behind home plate that's in play, at least. There's probably, I would say, more room between the bleachers and the backstop than between the backstop and home plate. The 2-1. That misses low, 3-1, so Rains without much margin for error here. The base is loaded now, 3-1 count. Pitch misses wide, so an RBI for Jim Quinn. Then Newbert trots home, and Narberth is on the board. It's 3-1. First pitch to Cam Bartow, in for a strike. It looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for Jim Quinn, whose white uniform is a very baseball shade of brown. He will step off and get a courtesy runner as Bartow swings and misses. Quinn the catcher. So manager Steve DeBarberi has arrived on site. He has asked for the courtesy runner so Quinn can get prepared for the home half of the inning. Swung on and missed, so Bartow down on 3 pitches. Rains can see his way out of this one. Top of the order, Vinny Vacone singled, stole a base in the 3rd. Steps in with the bases loaded in the 4th. His team down by a pair. It's 3-1. This is outside, but the first one 1-0. That one's high. 2-0 the count. Raines gets one over for a called strike. Breaking ball in for a called strike. 2-2 the count. Tyler Kehoe on deck. Popped up at the shallow right. Williams goes back. Coming in instead is the right fielder Paparella. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Narberth gets one, but it could have been a whole lot worse. They do it on no hits. They leave the bases loaded. We're through 3.5. Wayne leads it 3-1. This is Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Bottom of the order due up for Wayne here in the fourth. They will face right-hander Joe Nestle, the new pitcher for Narberth. (3-1) Wayne leads here in the fourth inning. Luke Mutz leads it off. First pitch squares around a bunt, misses at it, 0-1. It'll be Mutz followed by top of the order, Alden Mathis and Chris Newell. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. The count. Swung on and missed. Luke Mutt's down on strikes for the 2nd time today. So that will bring up Alden Mathis. Mathis has seen 8 pitches. All of them balls. He's got 2 walks. He scored a run back in the 3rd inning on the home run by Chris Newell that gave Wayne the lead. First pitch to him, in for a strike. Mathis bats from the left side. Nothing at 2 now the count as Mathis takes another strike. That one's in the dirt. So a ball and 2 strikes to Alden Mathis. Another one in the dirt, so 2-2 the count. Two and 2 to Mathis, the designated hitter. Nestle kicks and delivers over to first base. And throw back to Nestle covering the bag. Just beats Alden Mathis. So he is retired for the first time. That brings up Chris Newell. Newell with the home run back in the 3rd to put Wayne on top. Takes a called strike, 0-1. Ed Paparella waits on deck. Swung on and fouled off the cage in front of that 3rd base dugout. Pitch on the way to Newell, takes it in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 down, bottom half of the 4th. Wayne looking to build on a 3-1 lead. Trying to avenge their lone loss of the season, trying to hand Narberth their first. The teams are competing against each other and darkness, it looks like, as Newell fouls one off. As summer goes on, the days get just a little bit shorter. Game times move up from 6 to 5:45. This game started a few minutes after 6 o'clock. It's 7:30 here on the East Coast. Swung on and missed. So Joe Nestle comes in. Strikes out 2 of the 3 men he faces. A 1-2-3 inning, first of the night for Narberth. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We'll go to the 5th. We hope to have Wayne manager Brian Feely join us briefly during this inning. His Wayne baseball team leads Narberth 3-1. You're listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the 5th inning here at Devon Prep. Wayne leads Narberth 3-1. We're joined by Wayne manager Brian Feely. Brian, thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
No problem.
As the first pitch to Tyler Kehoe is hit right back to Ashton Rains. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Brian, Ashton Rains came into a pretty tough situation there. Nobody out, bases loaded. Did walk about it, but managed to escape with just the 1 run. How does that make you feel as a manager when one of your guys goes out there and answers the bell like that?
Well, Ashton, I'm lucky enough to know Ashton. Ashton pitched for me in high school, so I know Ashton's a strike thrower. He's a tough pitcher. He's, all-time strikeout leader in Bloomsburg history. So, he's a pretty good person to put out there.
First pitch in for a called strike to first baseman Jim White. White 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the first. Talked earlier in the broadcast, mentioned the number of holdovers on your team this year from last year's championship squad. You guys seem to have a pretty steady core as White takes strike 2. Not happy about it. How important is that for you, putting together what is one of the most successful franchises in league history, to have that sort of continuity from year to year?
It was nice. I mean, there's a lot of these college guys we didn't actually expect to have this year. We had a lot of college kids, and they were going to go away and play in college leagues, and we had to prepare for not having a lot of them. But, with Eddie Paparella coming back, and he was supposed to be a hitting coach with the Mariners, and, we got him back because of this COVID situation, and with Anthony Vigiano supposed to be going away, and Luke Mutt's supposed to be going away, and Brady Mutt's supposed to be going away, and, then picking up the guys who were supposed to be at Cape, and it all came together nicely.
So you mentioned the situation, obviously the shortened season, the playoffs will be a little different. What's the most important thing you think as a manager, as White takes a ball high, to try to keep guys? Obviously you have your normal situations during the year with some guys are going to be able to make it some days, some aren't. What is the biggest thing for you trying to keep the team focused as White hits that one deep out to left? Back against the wall is Will Pfeiffer, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So say, what is the most important thing for you as a manager to try to navigate such a different season, playing fewer games and keeping an eye on the playoffs to try to win another championship?
Well, number one priority is we loaded up on pitchers because I want to keep all these kids healthy. A lot of these guys, it's back to March for a lot of these college pitchers. They haven't pitched since March because of the situation where their college leagues got cut short, and I haven't had any pitcher throw more than 3 innings this year. So I'm just trying to keep everybody healthy, get guys some work, send them back to school healthy, and get ready for fall ball hopefully for some of these guys, and just get guys enough ABs and reps, and they got a couple catchers here, and it's tough. The league's crowded because we have a lot of guys that we didn't expect to have, but I'm just trying to keep guys happy and getting them enough at bats. And like for example tonight we just kind of split the game with Luke Mutz and Anthony Vigiano. That was something that I planned on doing regardless, just to get them both some at bats and some work. Just to be fair and get these college guys some at bats.
You mentioned Vigiano. He's in at third base for Luke Mutz. Pitch to Ben Newbert in for a strike. So 2 strikes on him. Brian, thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season, and we look forward to seeing you and Wayne in the playoffs and seeing what you guys are capable of doing as the defending champs. Thanks again for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That was Brian Feely, the manager of Wayne. His side up 3-1 in this one. 7-1-1 on the year. Won 6 in a row. That lone loss, though, coming against Narberth. And they've got the lead on Narberth tonight as Newbert hits that one deep out towards left center. That one drops, rolls all the way to the fence. Newbert zips around first into second in time, or ahead of the throw, rather. And so now he is in scoring position with 2 away. Pitch to McGowan is inside. Now he takes a call strike on that one. Strike. That one's hit out towards right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Rounding third is McGowan. The throw gets cut off. And they come back home with it. Not in time. Throw gets away. Toll will go to second base on a throwing error. And Narberth has tied it up. 3-3 here in the top of the 5th. Everything coming with 2 outs. First pitch. So Ryan Guckin swung on and missed. He's got the go-ahead run. Waiting for him out there at second base. Pretty strange sky. Kind of dark, cloudy as sunset quickly approaches here in the Philadelphia area. Misses up and away, 1-1. And fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes count to Ryan Guckin. Tommy Toll, game tying hit out at second base. Raines working from the stretch, kicks and delivers, low and away. Raines looks in. He's set at the belt. 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Hit out in the air towards center. Coming in on it is the center fielder, Chris Newell, and he makes the catch. And that will retire the side. But the damage is done. 2 runs on 3 hits, all coming with 2 outs. The Mudcats leave 1 aboard. We're through 4.5 here at Devon Prep. We're all tied up. It's 3-3. We hope to have Narberth manager Steve DeBarberi join us here in the home half of the 5th. You're listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com.
You hear me good?
And we're back with Narberth manager Steve DeBarberi. 3-3 here, midway through the 5th inning. Steve, you guys got behind a little bit there in the 3rd. A couple of home runs, worked your way back, and now you're tied. Has that been a thing for you guys all season, just kind of finding a way? You're coming into the game 9-0. How important is it to have that sort of mindset and approach and ability, rather, with your team?
Well, this is probably the first game we had to come from behind. Most games we've been swinging the bats early, and pitchers have been holding the opposition to limited runs. So in that regard, this is a little bit new for us, but I love the way our team came out that inning. We had a couple 2-out knocks right there that were huge. They jumped out early, 2 home runs by 2 Division I studs, so just got a good pitch to hit and parked a couple, and we were down 3-0 early, but I like the fight I just saw on our team right there.
You guys, first place, Wayne in second. Only team to beat Wayne so far this year. Kind of been a bit of a rivalry, 1-2, top couple teams in the league over the last 3-4 years. Do you guys get a little extra up for these games? Obviously, every game's important, especially this season, which we'll talk about in a second, as Ed Paparella steps in, Joe Nestle in his 2nd inning of work. Is it a little bit different when you're coming out to Devon, or when you know Wayne's rolling into Narberth?
Oh, absolutely. I think we definitely bring our best squad out, and I know Brian does the same. I mean, these games, especially with them, some of the top echelon teams in the league, are definitely a dogfight. That's for sure. So we know what we're getting. We know the pitching that's coming out. We know it's going to be low-scoring affairs, and we just do our best to stay in there the whole ball game and hopefully get a couple across late to take a win.
2 quick strikes for Joe Nessel ahead of Paparella 0-2. It'll be Paparella, Shane Muntz, and Will Pfeiffer 3-4-5 due up. Briefly alluded to, obviously, the shortened season, 16 games instead of 32. Then you're going to hit the playoff sprint. As a manager, Paparella pops one up, stays in fair territory behind the first base bag. White stumbles to the ground after he makes the catch, but he holds on, one away. What is the mindset as a manager when you're trying to put a team together, as you're trying to prepare for, now obviously for a while you didn't know if you're going to play at all. And then, all right, we're going to try to play, and we're going to kind of take it week by week, game by game. What is the mindset when it comes to putting a team together for a situation? You know, we talked to Brian Feely. He talked about guys not throwing a lot of innings because a lot of guys hadn't pitched since March.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to keep everybody healthy, stay competitive. What is the approach just to we'll call it an interesting season as Shane Muntz takes low and away?
Well, the recruiting aspect was a lot different this year because so many college leagues were up in the air whether they would be playing or not. So a lot of the guys that we have on our team now were unsure about where they were playing and if that league was actually going to be playing this summer. So the recruiting aspect was tough, but coming in, my objective was to get like 18 solid pitchers because I know they haven't thrown in a while and we needed a good mix of pitching to work these guys back into shape. So that was the goal. We got a good group, about 18, 19 arms. For the most part, they just throw an inning here and there, and we're trying to build them up for the playoffs because it's going to come on us fast.
Now, obviously, the playoff format a little different this year. A couple of 3-game series before a 5-game finals. Real quick, do you think that will affect the approach? Obviously, you talk about having so many pitchers, but you know, one bad game and your back's against the wall. Do you think that will have a big effect on everybody as a whole, or specifically on your team as Shane Muntz takes outside and draws a walk?
It's definitely going to be a lot more difficult this year. Like you alluded to, one game and your backs are against the wall right away. In a short series, we had trouble. Obviously, last year with Chester in that short series, we've used again to buy previous 3 or 4 years, and we came out flat last year. And we were in a short series with Chester. We got swept, and I'm just hoping that mindset carries over to this year. We realized the guys that were returning, they saw that anything can happen in those 3 games. Anybody can beat anyone.
Line drive off the bat of Will Pfeiffer. Leaping catch by Tommy Toll. Courtesy runner Brady Muntz back safely as he replaced Muntz, who drew the walk. Steve, thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season. And we look forward to seeing you guys again in the playoffs, maybe right here at Devon, maybe against these guys out of Narberth, whatever. Come what may. Just glad to have baseball, and we're glad to have you on board. Thanks again for joining us.
Yes, we are. Thanks for having me.
That was Narberth manager Steve DeBarberry. His Mudcats have gotten off to a 9-0 start this season. First place, they battle back from 3-0 down tonight here in the 5th, but Dan Williams is up for Wayne with a runner on first and 1 out. And as is often the case in these games, teams, as I mentioned earlier, competing against one another, also competing against daylight. Pitch is in the dirt, smothered by Quinn, or he attempted to smother it. He blocked it, but it ended up, in front of home plate. So now Muntz will head to second on the wild pitch. And the go-ahead run in scoring position for Dan Williams. He's had a long and successful Delco League career. He's won championships. He's been the league MVP. One of the top players of the decade in the Delco League. He's played his whole career with Wayne. A legend in these parts. He's got a chance to put his team ahead. Takes that one low. So the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to number 22. familiar long hair sticking out of the helmet. I kind of thought that that's who Bryce Harper was copying with his haircut this year. 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit deep but foul towards right field. That one was way back as the folks up at the top of the hill by their cars completely unfazed with whether or not their cars were in danger. Two and two the count to Wilson. To Williams, rather. Pitch on its way. Takes it inside. Now the count's full. Nate Sides waiting on deck. We started out rainy. It started out hot. It's still warm. Seems a little less muggy. It's turned into a pretty good night for baseball. 3-2 pitch. Williams fouls it off. Although one could argue it's always a good night for baseball. But some nights are better than others. Shane Muntz, or rather Brady Mutz, the courtesy runner, out at second base. Williams on the ground to short. Cut off by Toll. Scoops it up. Throws to first in time. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. No errors, one left. 5 full in the books. It's 3-3. This is Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the 6th inning. 8-9-1 due up for Narberth. The first pitch swinging is Jim Quinn. Deep to center. Newell is over, though, and he makes the catch. One quick out. So Cam Bartow steps in 0-for-2, a couple of strikeouts. Vinny Vacone waits on deck. Ashton Raines out there for his 3rd inning of work. Narberth 3, Wayne 3. First pitch is outside to Cam Bartow. Our friends at AccuWeather.com telling us in about 13 or 14 minutes there's rain on the way. You could hear the rumbles of thunder in the distance. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike. So we could be looking at our last innings of of baseball for the day. Called strike a ball and 2 strikes now to Cam Bartow. Bartow hits that one out towards center. Newell over to the other side of straightaway center, and he makes the catch there. 2 down. So that'll bring up Vinny Bacone, 1 for 3 on the day with a stolen base. Thank you again for joining us. Those of you who couldn't make it out tonight or didn't want to come out with the weather, so thanks for tuning in as Vacone pops one up towards right field. Paparella's under at a 1-2-3 inning for Ashton Rains here in the 6th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We'll go to the home half. Tied at 3. This is Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Bottom half of the 6th, Nate Sides leading it off, followed by Matt Briner and Anthony Vigiano, 7-8-9. First pitch to Sides, misses low and away. Bottom of the 6th, a 3-3 ball game where darkness and impending weather are the real enemies here. The 1-0. Breaking ball doesn't quite break enough. 2-0 the count. Swung on and fouled back. The rain may not be that big of an issue, depending how heavy the rain is for the players, but as the guy sitting up here with all the broadcast equipment, no jacket, it matters to me. So you can hear the rumbles of thunder in the background. 2-1. fouled off. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Nestle delivers. That one swung on and hit out towards right field. Back on it is Guckin. He makes the catch for out number 1. So Anthony Vigiano steps in for his, well, Matt Briner rather is due up. Vigiano on deck. Briner 0 for 1 on the day, walked in the second, flew out to left in the third. Takes the first pitch from Joe Nestle low and away. Nestle in his 3rd inning of work. A 1-2-3 4th inning. He allowed a walk. A wild pitch put Shane Muntz at second. But he got a couple of outs after that to escape. He's got one here as Briner fouls one off. 1-1 the count to the Wayne first baseman. One's hit on the ground to short. Coming in on it is Vacone. Scoops it up, throw to first in time. So now Vigiano comes up. He'll get his first at-bat of the game as he took over for Luke Mutz out of third base. Vigiano swings, first pitch, fouls it back. Nestle set the 0-1. Vigiano takes low. Alden Mathis waits on deck. Should the inning continue. The 1-1 catches the outer half. So a ball and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the 6th. Nestle set at the letters, comes home. A couple of the guys started to trot off. Pitch is low and away. There's a 2-2 the count. As Vacone started to head back to the dugout. Two-two pitch in the dirt, so the count goes full to Anthony Vigiano. If he's able to get a board here, we all know what Alden Mathis can do. Wayne could take the lead as we play in the dying embers of daylight. Three-two hit sky high, foul out of play. Well, it stayed in play and he makes the catch. Vigiano can't believe it. He thought that ball was out of play. We lost it behind the dugout here. So that will retire the side. Nice play by Jim White, the first baseman. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 7th. The Wayne players thought that might be it, but They're gonna go back out there, so we're gonna try to finish this one off. It's 3-3 as we go to the 7th. This is Delco League baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Once more into the breach, top of the 7th inning. 2-3-4 due up for Narberth. Tyler Kehoe fouls one back right at us. I will admit that I ducked out of the way. Because the day that you don't is the day it gets through the netting and messes up your whole evening. 3-3 the score. Ashton Raines back out there for his 4th inning of work. Ball's low, 1-1. It'll be Kehoe, White, and Newbert. As one of these teams tries to take a lead. Narberth tries to go into the 7th looking to win it, and Wayne looks to walk it off. Swung on, fouled out of play. Someone across the street has a souvenir. Although, judging by some of the real estate, I think they could afford to buy a clean one. Raines from the windup. Pitch to Kehoe, low and away. 2-2 the count. Pitch on its way is high. The count goes full. You can hear those rumblings off in the distance. Getting louder, but not getting more frequent. Swung on and fouled off. Three-two pitch. Tyler Kehoe misses for ball 4, so he is a leadoff base runner for the Mudcats here in the 7th. That'll bring up Jim White. White taking his time, making his way to home plate. Raines from the stretch. First pitch in for a called strike. One. Swung on, hit out towards right field. Paparella on the run. He will make the catch sliding. Gets it back into the infield. That is some slick defense from Ed Paparella out in right field. Catches a sinking line drive. Goes into a slide, pops up, gets the ball back in, and keeps Tyler Kehoe at first base. So we've skipped past the 2-hour mark in this one. First pitch to Ben Newbert. He's in for a strike. Newbert 1 for 2. He doubled. He was hit by a pitch. He scored 2 of the 3 runs for Narberth. Swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2. That one is hit in the air towards the left side. Vigiano over, Sides over. Sides calls him off in fair territory, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So second baseman Kevin McGowan steps in. McGowan 1 for 2, a ground rule double. The run batted in back in the 5th. He also walked in the 4th. McGowan steps in. Runner at first, 2 down in the 7th. First pitch to him is up and away. Should we get to the bottom half of the 7th here? Top of the order, Alden Mathis, Chris Newell, Ed Paparella due up for Wayne. Runner goes, pitches outside, and Muntz can't hold on to it. It's called a strike. It was on the outer half. So a stolen base for Kehoe. 1-1 the count. But if he were to score and we aren't able to play the bottom half of the inning, I don't believe that run would count. The 1-1. Up and in, 2-1.
Hey, be smart now. Got a base there. Good stick.
Raines kicks and delivers. Fouled off. So 2-2 the count. Tyler Kehoe, the leadoff walk. He's at second on a stolen base. That one's hit up the middle. Sides over on the second base side of the bag. Gets over there. Briner scoops it out. Retires the side. No runs, hits, errors. They leave 1. Go to the home half of the 7th. Narberth 3, Wayne 3. You're listening to Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. Top of the order for Wayne here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. What is surely the last half inning of ball for tonight. 3-3 the score between Narberth and Wayne. Joe Nestle on the mound. Mathis 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Top of the order, Mathis, Newell, Paparella due up for Wayne. These are the guys you want at the plate. You're just looking for one run to try to win it. Narberth trying to preserve the tie. Nestle spikes one in the dirt, 2-0. Obviously, nothing has been said explicitly, at least to us up here, but it looks clear that this is going to have to be the final half inning for the night. That one's in there for a called strike. 2-1 the count. Foul back over our heads. So a level of 2 balls and 2 strikes to Walden Mathis. Time is called as a car is headed up a pathway and the headlights saw them pop into my eyes. They must have hit Alden Mathis as well. Who's leaving now? Mathis swings, hits that one out towards shallow right center. It's the second baseman McGowan back on it. He makes the catch for out number 1. Chris Newell, he's 1 for 3. 2-run home run in the 3rd. Was the first, brought in the first runs of the game. Gave Wayne the lead. If he hits one here, it'll give him a win. Takes one low and away. Nestle remembering Newell hit one out to the left-handed hitter, hit one out to right center. He's staying low and away, respecting the power and the consequences of giving up a home run here. The 1-0. Just misses outside, 2-0. Pitch to Newell. Takes that one low. 3-0 the count. Takes it low, a 4-pitch walk to Chris Newell. The winning run is now at first base with 1 out here in the 7th. So Ed Paparella, 0 for 2. He walked back in the first inning. Takes a ball. Swings. He caught as much chalk as he did baseball, and that one was low. He fouls it off the backstop. 1-1. Runner goes. Paparella swings and misses. The throw is low to the wrong side of the bag, and it squirts into center field. Newell slides into third. The winning run 90 feet away with 1 out. A fly ball could win it for Wayne. So 1-2 the count to Paparella as Joe Nessel gets a new baseball. Jim Quinn's throw was very low. It was to the shortstop side of the bag. Despite two Mudcats there, it squirted into center field, and now Paparella's got the winning run 90 feet away. The 1-2 pitch swung on. That one's hit on the ground to short. Backhanded by Vacone. The throw to first. What a play. Chris Newell has to stay bolted to the bag at third. If he had taken off on contact, that would have been an exceedingly tough play for Vacone to make. Not that the one he made wasn't difficult. Some more great defense for the Narberth shortstop. We've seen some good glove work here tonight out of Vacone and Sides over at shortstop. Huge out for Narberth. So 2 away. Shane Muntz steps in, takes one low and away. Should he get a board and the game not end, Will Pfeiffer waits on deck. Swung on. That one is nubbed out towards first base and foul ground caught by Jim White. And that will do it for this one. Wayne had the winning run 90 feet away with one out. Not able to get it home. Some really, really good defense by Narberth to secure the tie. Narberth 3, Wayne 3. We've had 2 streams this season. Both have ended in tie ball games. The first blemish on the record for Narberth. They fall to 9-0-1. Wayne 7-1-2 on the year. These two teams, the cream of the crop in the Delco League this year, as they've been many of the past few seasons. And the teams will eschew the customary post-game handshakes. And that will do it for us here from Devon Prep. Once again, a game that took 2 hours and 23 minutes in the end. Nobody wins, nobody loses. Narberth 3, Wayne 3. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank my engineer, John Sager, for his help. Be able to see some of his photography work on DelcoLeague.com later on. We're looking to stream again on Saturday. Maybe we'll get a winner in that one. But the plan is to set up shop at Marple Newtown High School when Marple Newtown hosts Upper Darby in a rematch of last season's quarterfinal series that Upper Darby took. So it'll be the Black Sox and the Blue Sox on Saturday. 2 p.m. we'll go live a few minutes before that for Marple Newtown High School. Again, for all of us here out of Devon Prep, my name is Joe Greenwich. Thank you for joining us tonight. Narberth 3, Wayne 3, tie ball game called due to darkness here in Devon. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time here on DelcoLeague.com.